do, and maybe you are not able to attend, we do a recording. We do a recording that allows you to view what we did. Last time I introduced you to Java, and we said Java is an object-oriented programming. We gave features of Java programming. Again, we did quizzes. We had a question in the discussion forum, and we looked at the simple structure of a Java program, and I want to share with you. I've made it simple, very simple. I'm using W3 School sections that it will enable us to do some practicals. I'd also share the editor that you use to code in Java. Remember, we said in Java we use NetBeans. So I will share NetBeans to your portal so that you should be able to see it. I'll share the screen. I'll share the screen. Just in case you have any question, feel free to ask. Now, good. I'm using the W3 School slide for now. As we continue, it will make you, it's easy, and it will make you understand fast. Now, Java is a programming language. Again, it is used to develop. You can see what I'm doing. If you have any complaint or anything, you can drop it on the chat. It is used to develop mobile applications, web applications, games, and much more. So if you are interested in becoming a software developer, you need to be very good in Java. And here is an example of a Java program. Look here. We said Java program starts with a public class. Remember, we said being an object-oriented, it has objects. And we said an object is a real thing or an entity. And this object, we said it has attributes. Attributes are things or components that define an object. Again, we said an object has methods. We said an object has methods, and these methods enables you to create a code. A method enables you to create a code for your system. Now, if you look here, you want to write a Java program to display your name, which we did last time. I'm repeating for those who are not there. You start with the word public class. Remember, a Java program will always have a class. A class acts as a blueprint to hold your object. Then you give your name a class. You can call it public class, first name, public class, addition, public class, multiplication, but here I've called it public class, my class. And note here, the word my class, this one, should start with a capital letter. The first letter should start with a capital letter. Then you have an opening curly brace. Then we want to include the main method. The main method, it's written public static void main. Public static void main. And inside the parentheses, we have string, 2 square brackets, and args stands for a string of argument. Then we want to display the word system.out.println hello world. So this word here, system.out.println, it is a method that enables you to print your work. Now, who can tell us, when we run this example, when we run this code, if we run this code, what output? Remember, you have to close. Here you have to close your main method, and again you have to close your class. This is you open the class and you open the main method. You close the main method and you close the class. Now, if we run this example, who can tell us what will be the output? Who can tell us? Someone can talk. What will be the output? Can see we are many. Who can tell us what will be the output? Hello world. Good. Can see one of you have responded. Hello world. Good. Good. Yes, let me run the example and you see. run the example. You should be able to see. I don't know whether you'll be able to see. It's not, I don't know whether you'll be able to see in the portal. Yeah, you should be able to see. What is the output? The result is hello world. The result is hello world. Good. I'm using this W3 school because it has very good examples, and because bearing in mind, you don't have editors, it can be a bit difficult for you. Good. Let's continue. That is a basic Java program. We have an exercise here. An exercise here. We have an exercise here. I know you can see it. Insert the missing part of the code below to output hello world. You insert. Before I write the answer, I want you to write the answer, each and every one of you, and display it in the public chat. Each and everyone write your own answer. What is the answer for the missing part? Insert the missing part. Insert the answer for the missing part. Can see one is typing, can see two are typing. Good. Insert the answer, the missing part. Who is that? Where? Who are gonna 20 Bob 2? Can you mute your microphone? I didn't mute your microphone. I want you to insert the missing part. Good. I can see someone has written an answer. Good. Another answer. Before I tell you what to do. Very good. Another answer. I'll tell you who passed, who failed. Another answer. Good. All of you failed. And why did you fail? This should be the answer. This should be the answer. Remember what we said. It should start with a capital letter. System. We have .out .print line. And you see where you made a mistake? Many of you did well. For example, we have Ibrahim, you wrote system.out.printin. Should be print rn. Okay?
Yes.
Print line. Print line. Print this line. Print ln. This is an L. The others made a mistake of it should start with a capital. What you need to note when you are beginning here, the name of a class starts with a capital letter, and you have to start with the word public, then the class name. You open with a curly brace. Then you have your main method. You need to master this public static void main. This is where the execution begins. Execution begins in the main. Then we want to prompt the user to print. Then you write system.out.println hello world. Okay, this young man also did not get. You need to know that. Now I want you to code a very simple code. A very simple code. As I show you the answer, what was expected, a very simple code that will display the word Tuesday. Write a Java programming code that will display the word Tuesday. Quickly. Type it in your editor, in your mobile phone, in your system that you are using. Then we see the answer. Then we continue. In the meantime, I am submitting the answer. We see whether we got it right. I'm submitting the answer. If you submit the answer, what will happen? Show answer. You see our answer is correct. Our answer is correct. As you can see in your portal, our answer is correct. As you can see in your portal. Good. I want a full code that will print Tuesday. A full code that will print Tuesday. I don't know whether you're in a position to do it. Yes, I can see someone has declared public class weekday. That's a good declaration. Yes, I'm waiting so that we can continue. Today I want us to cover a lot. Just a reminder, your end of semester exams for January, April semester, you do it from first and should be online. Mute your microphone. Whoever is making noise, mute your microphone. Are we together? You are taking a lot of time. Very good. Very good. Very good, Derek. Very good. Yeah, I believe all of you have done a good work. We can continue. Let's continue. Good. That's how you know. Let's look at something else. Maybe to highlight, if you can see there, we are saying, what is Java? We said it's a popular language. It was created in 1995. It is owned by Oracle, and it is run in more than 3 billion devices. We said Java can be used for mobile applications, desktop applications, web servers, games, database connections, and much more. Now, why use Java? Why use Java? Number one, Java works on different platforms such as Windows, we have Mac, we have Linux, we have Linux, we have Linux. Again, it is easy to run and simple to use. It is an open source. You can get it for free. Actually, you need to download it in your machines. It is secure, fast, and powerful. It has a huge community support. Don't worry, that's my baby crying at the back. It has a huge community support, that's tens of millions. Again, we say Java is object-oriented, which gives clear structure to programs and allows code to be reused, lowering development costs. Java is close to C, C#, and it makes easy for programmers to switch Java or to switch to Java or vice versa. Now, I will show you how to use the text editor. I have it ready with me. I'll show you how you can code a program in a Java text editor. To install Java, just download the NetBeans. Remember, we said we have NetBeans. You can use Eclipse, but I advise you to download the NetBeans. Then we have the syntax for Java. Remember, Java is case sensitive. Java is case sensitive, meaning the compiler recognizes both the capital and lowercase letters as different. Now, remember we had created our first Java program, which is here. Now we want to explain this part, and I want you to note very well that every line of Java, every line of code that runs in Java must be inside a class. Never forget that. That's why we are starting with public class. Every line of code that runs in Java must be inside a class. And in our example, we named the class my class. We are saying every Java program must start with a class. And here we have named our class my class. Now, a class, never forget that a class should always start with an uppercase first letter. A class should always start with an uppercase first letter. If you look here, this is our class name here. Should start with an uppercase first letter. Note what I was telling you, Java is case sensitive. My class and my class with lowercase has different meaning. These two have different meaning. Now, note this, the name of Java file must match the name of the class. And when saving the file, save it using the class name and add .java. So when you're saving, maybe you say program1.java to the end of the file. Once the program is run, what you should get hello world, hello world. We have the main method. What I'm telling you, this one here, below here, the main method. The main method is required, and you see it in every Java program. Actually, every Java program must have a main method, and it starts with the word public static void main. Public static void main. Now, any code inside the main method will be executed. That's something you need to note. Any code that is outside the main method cannot be executed. And again, what are we being told? You don't have to understand the keywords before and after the main. You will know them bit by bit while reading these tutorials. We continue with our studies. The word public static void will stick, but just note this, the main method. After the main method, whatever is inside the main method is whatever is executed. But for now, you need to remember that every Java program has a class name which must match the file name, and every program must contain the main method. Can you master this? Can you master this? Can you see it? Let me hear at least one yes. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I want one of you to read for me this rhyme. I want one of you to read for me this rhyme. Yes, can you read? We are waiting for you. Can you read?
For now, just
Yes.
remember that every Java program has a class name which must match the file name, and that every program must contain the main method.
Good, Ibrahim. Note that every Java must have a class name which must match the file name. That's why we say public class, my class, that is the class name. Then we had public static void main, that is a main method. Then inside the main method, what do we have? We have this word system.out.println. Inside the main method, we can use the println method to print a line of text to the screen. And this is what we had there. And when that is run, you'll be able to print the hello world. Note, the curly braces marks the beginning and end of a block of code. Is opening and closing. And note, each code statement must end with a semicolon. You find here we have a semicolon. Don't forget that. If you don't have that, you have syntax errors. You have syntax errors. Good. Any question on that structure of a Java program? Any question? Any question? Yes, no, type yes, no. Yes, good. Very good. Yeah, let's continue. We are going to look at comments in Java. Comments in Java. What is a comment? I'm using this tutorial. It's simplified and makes easy for a student to understand because with the W3 school, you can also train yourself with it. It has online text editors, but later on, I will show you how to use the NetBeans. I'll show you how to use the NetBeans. Look here. Comments can be used to explain Java code and make it more readable. They enhance readability. It can also be used to prevent execution when testing alternative code. Now, we have two types of comments. Number one, we have single line comment, and it starts with 2 forward slashes. Easy. Now, note, any text between these at the end of the line is ignored by Java, and will not be executed. Now, this example uses a single line of code. For example, this is a comment. Once you run this example, this one will not be displayed because it is showing you, trying to explain the line below or the code. Whatever will be printed is this. The output you get, this. Good. I'm not going to run that example now. This example uses a single line comment at the end of a line. You can use it at the top or at the end. You see, in this statement, then after the semicolon, you put a comment. So those are two options. Now, again, Java has a multi-line comments. Now, multi-line is where you want to have to put inside your comment, you want to put a block of text. And it starts with this notation, hash notation. We call it hash notation. Now, starts with this and ends with this, where we have the slash and the star. Any text between this and this will be ignored. This example uses a multi-line comment. Let's see. Now the code starts here. You see, it's not a single line, it's proceeding to the other line up to here. And it must start with this and this. When you run this program, it will not be not be compiled. These are just a statement that's showing you what the code is doing. The code will print hello world, the words hello world, the screen, and it's amazing. That's a code. Now, Note, single line or multi-line comments. It is up to you which you want to use. Normally we use the single line for short comments and the multi-line for longer comments. And here we have an exercise, and this exercise is done by a student, not the teacher. I want you to insert the missing. We insert for part 1. Can you do part 1 and 2? Uniandikie kama ni comment uweke the symbol, then uandike hii ya pili uweke symbol na hii kuna symbol, then we see whether you have gotten it right. Quickly. I can see Rumona is typing. I can see Ruth. I can see Karin. I can see multiple users. Very good. Very good. Keep it up. Very good. Keep it up. Very good. I can see many of you have done the first one, the second one. Wow, this is so encouraging. Very good. Very good. Matthew, what have you written there? Can you check? You're doing welcome, Ruth Mwamburi. Welcome. Yes, very good. I can see majority of it. The first one was supposed to be single line, and the other one was supposed to be multi-line. That there, then we have aesthetics, then we have aesthetics, and very good. If you submit this answer, you should get it right. We should get it right. Are we moving together? Good. So far, we have looked at Java structure. We have looked at what is Java, what is it used for. Now I want us to go to variables before we proceed to data types. Now, what is a variable? When you hear a variable, I know hizi vitu mmefanya kwa C++. A variable is a container. A variable is a container for storing data values. Now, in Java, there are different types of variables. Now, we have string, int, they are the same as data types, float, char, and boolean. Remember, you cannot declare a variable without knowing the data type. A string text, such as the word hello. This is a string because it has a combination of text. And note, in programming, a string should always be enclosed with quotation. Now, string values are surrounded with double quotes. String values are surrounded with double quotes. Good. Then we have integer. Integer, someone need to mute his microphone, someone who is having music at the background. Integer now stores whole numbers that have that without decimals. Then we have float, stores floating point numbers with decimals such as. We have character, stores single character, and they are surrounded by single quotes. Then the boolean stores values with two states, that is a true and false. Now, I want to draw a question, and one of you will put on his mic and answer. Who can tell us the difference between a string and a character? One of you tell us the difference between a string and a character. Yes, one of you tell us the difference between a string and a character. Who can tell us the difference between a string and a character?
Hello?
Yes, yes.
A character refers to a single letter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is enclosed with single quotation, is it?
Yes,
Single quotes.
and a string. These are the collection of characters.
Very good, Ibrahim. Good. Now, you have known what are variables. Let's look at how do you declare a variable. Now, this syntax, you need to note it. This is a syntax of variable declaration. To create a variable, you must specify the type and assign a value. Type, you can say string car is equals to Mazda. String or int number is equals to 10. Or you can say character x is equals to g. Now, never forget this syntax. Type variable is equals value. Others just declare. You can also use maybe another way of saying type variable. Then below there you assign your value there, but not this type variable value. Now, note this. Where type is one of Java types, such as int or string, a variable is the name of the variable. This is a data type. Variable is the name of a variable. And
Talk. Talk is very nice.
You are now unmuted.
What is not happening? Hey. Stop.
Yeah. Yes, now you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Sorry for that. There was a problem. Let's continue. Let me share my screen back. These are some of the limitations of virtual learning. Good. Now, yeah, you can mute your screen now. The question that I was asking, I was saying, let me repeat here. Now, example, we're talking about variable. You have created a variable called name of type string, and we have assigned it a value, John. I've come here, string, data type, name, the variable name is equals value. When you run this code, what output will you get? I need an answer. What output will you get? When you run this code, what output will you get? We're talking about declaring a variable, and I'm talking about here. We have said to declare that variable, you need to know the syntax, type, the name, the variable name, assignment operator, and the value of the variable. Now, there is this example here. This is what I'm asking class. When you run this, what will be the output?
John.
Very good. It will print John. It will print John. Very good. To print John. Now, to create a variable that should store a number, look at the following example. You have created a variable called my num of type int, and you have assigned it value 15. We have the type, the variable name, the assignment operator, and the value. What would be the output when you run this?
15.
Very good. It will be 15. Very good. Now, you can also declare variables without assigning the value and assign the value later. That's what I was saying. You declare a variable, you say int my number. Then you say my number now is equals to 15. Or initially you could have done int my number is equals 15. It's all the same. If you run this, it will give you 15. Are we together?
Yes.
Very good. Again, you're being told note, if you assign a value, if you assign a new value to an existing variable, it will overwrite the previous value. For example, to change the value of my num from 15 to 20, you just say int my num is equals to 15, true. Then you say, here you have said my num is equals to 20. Now, system.out.println my num, and here we have a single line comment. Who can tell us when we run this code, what will be the output?
20.
Very good, 20. The output will be 20 because we have changed the value of my num. If you read this single line comment here, we have come said my num is equals to, again, we have said my num is equals to 20. So the output will be 20. Good. Now, let's see here what's happening. However, you can add the final keyword. You can add the final keyword if you don't want others or yourself to overwrite existing values. Now, this will declare variables as final or constant, which means they are interchangeable or read only. If you look here, if you add the word final, final means that you cannot overwrite on this variable. You say final int my num is equals to 15. Now, if you run this code and you come here again, you try to overwrite the value of my num. When you run the code, it will generate an error because you cannot assign a value to a final variable. You cannot assign a value to a final variable. Very good. Other types, we are trying to do a demonstration of how to declare other types. This is a type integer. My num will take this value. Float will take a decimal point number. Character will take a D. My Boolean will take either true or false. String will take. Look at this. Can you see it very well, how you can declare different data types and assign them different values?
Yes.
Very good. Now, we have something we're saying display variable. Now, the println method is often used to display variables. To combine both text and variable, you use the plus sign. In programming, you can use the plus sign to add letters and numbers. And this process, we call it concatenation. We call it concatenation. Maybe you can write it somewhere, concatenation. Concatenation. Someone is who is that having children? Mute off your microphone. Yes, we are saying you can do something we call concatenation. This one you combine both the use of letters and numbers. You can, for example, we have here string name is equals to John. String name is equals to John. This is a string. Then we say system.out.println hello. Then you add plus name. Who can tell us when you run this code, what will be the output?
Hello.
Actually, it will be?
Hello, John.
Yes, it will be hello, John. Hello, John. That will be the output. Don't worry. I have a problem with R and R. That tells you where I come from. Okay, good. We have an example here. Now, I want you to look at this example. We have string first name is equals to John, string last name is equals to Do, string full name is equals to first name plus last name. I want you to write for me in the chat, public chat, what will be the output. Each one of you quickly. After you look at this example, what will be the output? Let me display the example. That is example. What will be the output? Very good. I can see so many outputs. Good output. Very good. Very good. Very good. Who is left behind? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Very good. Who is this? He's not saying anything. Who is this Gakungu? Gakungu, can you hear me? Can you talk? He has run away. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. Yes. Very good. Now, we have seen how you can do concatenation. Concatenation, you can join two strings as one. Now, note, for numeric values, this character works as a mathematical operator. When we are using it in string, it is joining two strings. But when we use it in numeric value, it acts as a numeric operator. For example, we have here int x is equals to 5, int y is equals to 6. When you output this, what will be the value? What will be the output? Maybe you can tell us what will be the output. What will be the output? Very good, very good. The output will be 11. Very good. Good. That is where being stored, x stores the value 5 and y stores 6. Then we use the println method to display the value of x and y. Again, if you note, you can declare more than one variable at the same time. You separate them using a comma. You can say int x is equals to 5, comma, y is equals to 6, z is equals to 50. And then you say system.out.println. What will be the output of this? Can I get the output in the chat? What will be the output of this? What will be the output of this? Very good, very good. Very good, very good.
6, that is for system print x, print of x.
You're doing very well. You're doing very well. You guys are doing very well. I know you can see how programming is easy. By the way, when you be designing even forms, when you shall want to develop a mobile application, you find how these things are easy. Good. I want us first of all to finish with variables, then we look at data types. Then now I will open NetBeans, show you now how you can code, show you how you can code. Remember, this will take a longer. Maybe the other units, maybe you do a video for, maybe we might take a video for 1 hour, 30 minutes, or close to 2 hours, because now you know this is a technical. It is a technical unit, programming, and you need to code more. You need to code more. I encourage you, maybe you can get your browsers, you get www.3schools. You click on Java. It has online editors that you can use to train yourself. that you can use to train yourself. Again, revise for the end term exam. Maybe, for example, someone like Ruth, when we are doing programming with desktop publishing, we didn't complete everything. Again, when we departed, student left. So you can imagine the challenge that will be there. You are doing 2 sections, objective questions. There are multiple choice questions. And then you are going to do essay questions. And these questions will be done online. So I just want to encourage you, take this opportunity. Hopefully, we might be back to school by June, mid-June. There is no need for you to defer a semester, which has started already. Then once you go September, you see, it's going to delay you. And I know many of you, this is your final semester. You want to create so that you graduate by December. Maybe probably by next year, January, you can start your degree, which is so encouraging. So don't waste time. Kindly enroll, talk to your classmates, tell them to enroll, and take this advantage. Good. Yeah, let's continue. Identifiers. Now, all Java variable must be identified with unique name. An identifier is a variable name. These unique names are called identifiers. Identifiers can be short names like X or Y, or more descriptive names such as age, sum, or total, volume. Note, it is recommended to use descriptive names in order to create understandable and maintainable code. These are comments. Good. Int minutes per hour is equals to 60. Okay. But not so easy to understand what M is actually is. You see the difference? You can use int minutes per hour, int M. Now, there are rules for naming variables. These are rules for naming variable, constructing variable name or identifiers. Number 1, name can contain letters, digits, underscores, and dollar signs. Name must begin with a letter. Name should start with a lowercase letter and cannot contain a white space. What is a white space? A white space is a space between a value. Now, when you're doing a variable declaration, the space between maybe int A, that space there, we call it a white space. Now, namespace can also begin with dollar and an underscore, but we'll not use this in this tutorial. Names are case sensitive. My val and my var are different variables. Now, reserved words like Java, keywords such as int or boolean cannot be used. You remember when you were being taught in other programming languages, there were other keywords. Maybe you have int, you have keywords like int, for, if, else, go to. All those are keywords. All those are keywords. Yes, let's continue. There is an example here. Now, I want to do this. Create a variable named car variable and assign it the value Volvo. We have here. You are going to create a variable named car name and assign it a value Volvo. Can you do that in the chat? And those who are copying, I'm seeing you. The faster you type, you'll be number 1. I want to see who is the first one to type. Create a variable named car name and you assign it a value Volvo to it. Yes, I can see student number 1. And see, yes, I can see many of you. That's what I want you to do. Yes, I'm waiting to see. You're creating a variable named car name and assign it a value Volvo. Very good. You got it right. Correct. Yeah, that's waiting. Very good. Very good. Yes, I can see many of you are understanding what we are doing here. Very good. Was not written. Very good. Romana, you didn't type. Mathio, you didn't type the answer. I don't know what you are doing at home. Ruthi Rongo, you didn't type. Dongo, you didn't write. Are we in the same class? Walter, you're not responding in anything. Walter, are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
What is happening?
I'm seriously floating.
Why are you floating? And we are continuing very well. What is wrong? You didn't raise your hand. What has been happening?
Just from the beginning of structure of Java.
Walter, I cannot repeat everything. We have had 1 hour doing this, and this structure of Java have repeated. This is our third lesson, and we need to keep moving. Now, what you do, we have videos. This, I'm recording everything. If you go to lesson 1, you find what I've recorded. Lesson 2, you'll find.
So,
is it okay?
Yeah.
And that is why I tell you, for a programming class, join it on the first. Don't wait, because the moment you come and find others have started, but you will be okay. This video, if you follow it, it is explaining step by step. Again, if you follow this link here, this W3 school, it is very good for a student because it's simplified and it has lessons. Again, don't worry. What I want us to do, I will show you now how to launch NetBeans. Are we together? At least everyone has understood something. Is it okay? Yes. Let me now share this editor called NetBeans, and we see what we can do. Let me share NetBeans country. Be very attentive. Be very attentive. Just a minute. Just a minute. Good. This is what you see. Can you see it on your screen? Can you see NetBeans on your screen? Very good. Now,
Yeah.
You want to, can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Now, I have taken you through. We are going to write those all programs here. Try to code run and see the output. Now, once you open, maybe you are using Windows 10 or Windows 7, you need to type just NetBeans and it will load. To start a new project, you go to File, then you say New project. Now, come here, it's a Java application. You click on Java application. Then you go to next. Remember, you need to give your project a name.
Like project 1.7.
Let's call it
Project 1.
Then it's running. For the student who was saying he has an issue, you can follow this. Remember, when you are doing, for me, I've given it project 1, but you see we have project class, project 1. For your case, when you're writing a program, don't write always project 1. For example, if you're doing an addition program to calculate maybe the mean addition or anything, just give it the name. Remember, the name that you give there will appear as the name of the class. Will appear as the name of the class. Now, in Java, you find all these codes. You ignore all this. Actually, if you see here, these are multi-line comments. This is a package name. Just ignore it. You don't need to write anything. Your class is created automatically. For example, we could have written we could have called it my class. Here it could have appeared public class, my class. Then this is a comment. You can add a comment here, by the way. You can add a comment. Remember, we said comments are not executable. Program 2. Then you come here. You see what we said. You have to start with public class, then the class name. And the class name starts with a capital letter. So the student who was saying he's not understanding, he can check here. Walter, you can follow this. You start with public class, then this is a class name. Then here you can put a comment. Again, this is a main method. Don't worry about this, not this. Main
Method.
Yeah. Then inside we have string, we have the square bracket, then we have args stands for argument. Then you open your main. Here is where you are being told try to code here. You're going to type your code here. Going to print a program. Then you write system. When you press dot, it should give you a window so that you choose system.out, then dot, again print line. Let's print line is here. Then it becomes easy because even the semicolon, we just put it for you. Then you put quotation. We call it welcome to Java virtual class. Good. Now, this is what I've written. I've ended the main. You see, nikiklik hapa ina click hapa. When I click here, ina click kwa class. So I'm closing the class and I'm closing the main. To run this, I only need to click here. It should give you the output. Still running. Good. Have you seen the output here? Can you see it?
Welcome to
to Java virtual class, and the build was successful.
That's the output.
Yeah, this is the output. This is the output here. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yeah, any question on that part? Maybe I can repeat. I want us to do all those programs zenye tumefanya hapo kwa W3 school. We code them here so that you can see them. Can you type in the chat whether we are moving on together or not?
Together.
We are okay, is it?
Yes.
Good. Let's now try to write a different program. Let's try to write a different program. Just a minute. Try to write a different program and see what the program will give us. Let's see. I'm still going to use the same text editor. You come here. Now, this is a different program. Still, this is my class, project 1. This is a comment. Actually, you can write a comment here. Let me add a comment. If you look at this, we have declared variables of type integer in one line. We have variable called x, we have assigned it 5. A variable called y, we have assigned it 6. A variable called z, we have assigned it 50. Now, to output this, we just say system.out.println. When we output this, let me run, then you should see the output. Good. The answer is 61. Is it okay? Are we together?
That's 5. This one is 50. Yeah.
Are we together?
Yeah. You're together.
Okay. We can continue maybe and do another example, maybe the one for concatenation, and we see what will be the output. What did we say is concatenation? Maybe someone can tell us.
Yes.
What is concatenation? Yes, talk. Can you talk? What is concatenation? We said concatenation is where we use the addition sign to join strings, is it?
Yes.
Join strings. Let me do one here. Look at this code. Now, look at this code. This is the class name. This is the main method. I have declared a variable called first name of type string, and I've assigned it value John. I've declared a variable called last name, and I've assigned it door. Then we have string full name, which will be first name now, this one plus first name. Remember, in first name, the value being stored there is John, and in last name, the value being stored there is Do. If I run this is what I should get. Can you see the answer?
Yes.
Very good, very good. Yeah, that's what I want us to do now. Let me give you an example, and you're going to include it in the public chat. Write a program. You can write it somewhere. Write a program. Are you writing? Write a program to find the sum of 3 values. Find the sum of 3 values. The first value is A, and A is equals to 15. B is equals to 32.3 and C is equals to 10. So I want you to write that program using Java to get the sum. Can I repeat the question?
Write a program with the three values.
To find the sum of three values. Value A is 15. Value B is 32.3, and value C is 10. Value C is 10. Can you write that program very quickly in the chat section? A full program. Yeah, I'm waiting for the first user. Yes, remember in my class there is always a competition. Yes, very good, very good. Very good. Very good. I'm checking something. Yes, Ruth, you have submitted, but kuna kitu umekosea. That's good. You need to check nini umekosea. Very good, good. This is what I wanted. Very good. Remember, be taking your attendance in a while. Then we move to the next session. Good. Very good. Something went wrong. Please, Derek, something went wrong in your work. Check something small. Something. Especially the data types. Make sure you check on the data types of the values that I've given. Remember, the first value was 15, the other one was 2.3, the other one was 10. Check. Good. Don't disappear. I want to take your attendance so that now we do task 2. Very good. Very good for the good work you are doing. Where? I'm giving them a program. It's in bunch of the code up, and now they read it so that they can do something. Okay, good work. Good work, all of you. Good work. Let me now take the attendance. Kindly, I take the attendance. But before that, any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Very good. Very good. Any question?
No.
There is no question. Good. Let's now check the attendance. Just be patient. Let me check the attendance for you. Let me check the attendance. I'll share the attendance page. I will share the attendance page in a short while. Just a while, I'm sharing the attendance. So for those of you who have not been attending classes, please don't fail to attend classes. Don't fail to attend classes. Okay, let me share the attendance. Good. I'll take the attendance. Just confirm if you are present or not. Confirm if you are present. Kenya Beatrice, present or absent? Kenya, can you talk?
Present.
Very good. Derek.
Present.
Derek. Derek. Ngira.
Present.
Good. Shakul. Absent. Matthew. Namukowa. Mbogwa. Dongo. Dungu. Bakungu. Karin.
Present.
Kari.
Present.
Ibrahim. Mbati.
Present.
Irungu. Mwamburi. Mutambuki. Rayora. Rasri Wanjiro. Absent. Then I save your attendance. Good. I want to take you to the portal now. Kindly. The next thing that I want us to do is a quiz. I want us to do a quiz. I'm posting a quiz right now. Those of you who have not done the assignment is due. And if you check in your scores, I've recorded a 0. So what does that mean to your coursework? You'll get an incomplete coursework. I gave you, it has been there for a very long time. Still, there is a chance. You can do it by today, submit, and I'll mark for you. Good. Let's go now back to the portal. No, don't quit the video first. Don't quit. I want to explain to you what we are going to do next. We have had how many? Around maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes for video. Now I want us to attempt quizzes, to attempt a quiz, and then we shall have a discussion. This is for topic 1. This is what we did last week. Today we are in lesson 2. We have done a lot. This is the lesson. I will share the quiz here. I'll share the quiz right now. Make sure you attempt the quiz. Remember, you'll be doing we're going to call it topic 2 quiz. I'm sharing it right now. Now our quiz will have 5 marks. Sanesi. It's about what we have covered. Very simple questions. I want them done, then I'll mark, then I'll share your score right now. Take 2 quiz. Then you have the question.
Yes.
So those are the questions. The 5 questions, very simple. You need to do them. Then I'll make sure I mark them and share your results immediately. Are we together? Are we together? I've shared the quiz. Kindly go to the quiz. Let's go back to the portal. Let's go back to the topic. Can you type yes if you can hear me? Type yes if you can hear me. Good. Now I want us to go to the portal. For the next 30 minutes, I'll be monitoring you. We do that quiz, upload it back, I'll mark, and we share. Kindly go back to the portal, and do that quiz. Then we shall meet and share your marks, then do something else. As I drink some water, do some quiz, do the quiz. Kindly.
You are now unmuted.
Watu hawako. Hey.
You are currently the only person in this conference.